Hello everyone, Silent here, and welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock Season 2. I hope you're doing very fine today. In the last episode, we built up the entirety of our farming tower, and today we're going to be putting something even better on top of that tower, all the way up there in the sky, and that is going to be a brand new, fully functional, hopefully, iron farm. I'm actually really looking forward to this. Now, we do have a couple of hurdles in our way. Like, for instance, there's like just a Zoglin just chilling in here. Not sure what's up with this guy. I logged in right next to him, and he's got a name, Low Silent. Okay, I think he's actually taller than me, so he's just Low Silent. Okay, I'm fine with this. I think Zloy left this here. There's no sign, no explanation. Just a Low Silent to start off the episode. And we have a couple of big issues that we need to figure out how to sort out when it comes to putting villagers in the middle of the spawn chunk town here at the spawn. And that is that there is a ton of workstations and beds and a couple other villagers absolutely everywhere over the spawn town city, and these guys are going to want to link to all of it. I think they're both fishermen. Precisely my point. They've linked to somebody's barrels. So yeah, we gotta figure out how to fix that thing. I'm not particularly worried about that at the moment, because the first thing that we need to do is get ourselves 20 villagers. What is this weird place that we find ourselves in, high above the clouds on a very strange platform? This is basically at the very top of the world. As you can see, we're quite a bit taller than everything else in the area. Yeah, we officially have the biggest build in the spawn chunks, so that's a thing that I didn't really want to do, but alas, it kind of has to happen in order for the iron farm to work. So as you can see, we got ourselves a ton of villagers in here. We got ourselves 20 exactly. Got all the beds for these guys, and we also got the 2 spawning platforms installed for the spawn platforms of the iron farm. Right now, this entire thing is extremely disgusting looking because I'm using scaffolding, or I'm using cobblestone as my scaffolding, which is not a good idea. Would not recommend. However, I can instant mine it, and I got a bunch of it, and I don't care if it despawns, so it's kind of a great idea. Would kind of recommend it, if only it were not so disgusting and ugly. I'm sorry, cobblestone. I do love you, but you're really bad on your own. Anyway, so now that we got all these guys in here, we need to move them from not in here. We need to put them over to the side a little bit, and that's gonna be really, really fun to figure out. So in case you're wondering how we did this, we basically got the 2 villagers into a boat, and then put a lead on the boat, and then pillared them all the way up to the top there, and that is basically the maximum distance that the beds can be for us to get iron golems. So basically, we're gonna have to AFK on the roof in order to get iron golems from our farm. It's really stupid, but alas, it is what it is. We're playing Bedrock Edition, so we gotta put up with some weirdness here and there. And then once we got our 2 villagers up here, we basically just spammed down a whole bunch of beds, 20 to be precise, gave them some carrots, and now we have 20 villagers. It's actually rather straightforward. So before we can really build more of this thing, we actually need to get a lot more concrete. I have absolutely no concrete materials. And by that, I mean I have no bone meal, white dye, bone blocks, bones, anything of use to actually dye things white. So we gotta go buy some stuff from the shopping district. And in fact, this is gonna be our first time actually in the shopping district this entire season. So let's make a little event out of it, shall we? So that right there is the main portal that goes to the spawn chunks. As you can see, the nether hub is coming along amazingly. Holy butts, this is looking so good. Wow. That is going to be insane once it's fully done. And then we actually got the shopping portal over this way, which is past the Zap's bartering station. Now, I found out there's actually 2 gold ingots in here, so, there's a lot of gold in here. I don't mind if we do. What are we gonna get? This is kind of like a little slot machine, which is not really the greatest, but I mean, what can you do, right? It's Minecraft. It's an intended game mechanic. We got nether bricks. That's not great. I'll take the nether gold ore. Whatever. Moving on. We gotta go shopping. So coming out of the shopping portal, it seems like there's actually quite a few things here, which is really nice. That's a really cool little shop. I like that slime guy. We got some fireworks over there, apparently. And we got whatever that thing is. And then we got Bon Appetit, which is literally the exact thing that we need. Giant dead skeleton fish. Hopefully it's a salty fish. So if we go in here, this is literally all we need. Look how many fishes there are. Somebody has been doing a lot of AFKing at a fish farm. Cool, we're going to take those. They're apparently 2 diamonds per thing, and that's literally all we need. But we're at the shopping district for the first time. Let's go ahead and explore and see what's around. I've literally never been over here before, so I'm curious about all of the things. What is this? Is this wool? I appreciate this. It's actually a pretty cool little cart. Very nice. We got a prismarine shop down there. There's Dadcraft. Let's go ahead and make sure that's actually Dadcraft, because sometimes the names are confusing. Enhance and zoom. Yes, that is Dadcraft. I don't think he notices me. I said I see you in the chat, but now Blue Jay is just confused. So I don't know. We're just gonna move on. Stop stalking people. That looks like even more wool over there, so there's clearly a vast supply of wool on the server. We don't need any of that. Got ourselves a nice little nether shop. Hopefully I'm not spoiling anything. I don't know what has been released and what hasn't. Ooh, Shulker Special 2 Trident Killer Kits. Very nice. That's kind of an interesting deal. Nice. I need to get on building some shops. So what are some shops that we should build? I don't even know what we should sell at this point, or what has even been sold. That's a really cool shop. I want to check out this. Oh, there's enchantment books. Okay, okay. Okay, that's pretty sweet. And scary with the pressure plates. That is so cool looking. Very nice. I know this one belongs to Blue Jay. That's really cool. Oh, does it light up around the edges? Ah, look at that. Nice. Even bits of redstone. I'm proud of you, Blue Jay. Doing redstone. So I'm definitely going to go buy some rockets because I have absolutely none of those. But there's also some pretty cool shops around here that have different like lighting things. One thing that I should definitely mention is that the entirety of the shopping district has been converted to a mushroom biome. We don't really have any mushroom islands on the server that haven't been claimed. So we decided to turn this little mesa island into a mushroom biome. Gives us something kind of cool to work with. It's a little bit different, and that just allows us to mess with the lighting. Last season, we didn't have any mushroom biomes at all, did we? This place is really cool. I like it so much. So yeah, this is a little detail. A little bit of a cheeky thing that we did, but honestly, it's not really that big of a deal. It's just like allows us to do some cool things with the lighting in the shopping district. I gotta go buy some rockets. Fancy seeing you here. I was spying on you earlier, but like you didn't see me. Anyway, how do we get out of here? Cheese. He sneaks up on me after I stalk him. Yeah, I see how it is. And now he's followed me back to the spawn chunks. I don't think I trust this guy anymore. I ran away from him all the way back to spawn, and now he's here as well. Jeez. What a coincidence. It's almost like there's 2 main places on the server that people go to all of the time. Who would have thunk it? And there we go. We now got enough concrete to actually build up the rest of this farm, which is very, very nice. And I believe we can actually start removing some of these beds, which is of course going to upset our poor, poor little villagers. But I don't really care. Now, one of the most important things about the location of this farm is that these villagers are too far away from everything else in the spawn chunk city to actually link to it. So I believe these guys have like a 96 block radius range around them for where they can detect a workstation or a bed or something. And by having them this high up in the air, then that everything is out of that range, basically. There's no workstations, no beds, no bells. Ain't nothing for these guys to do, and none of the villagers down there can detect these guys either. So it's kind of as far away as it has to be for it to work properly. Now, the most difficult thing going forward from here is actually going to be getting all of the villagers into their respective cells. We got to get 8 in that one, 8 in that one, and then 4 in that one. Just something like that. I don't know. We need 20 total. However you want to divide 20 into 3, do it that way. But yeah, we basically need to transport these guys. So 2 things. First of all, we lost a villager. I mined a block and then one just like straight up fell through the floor. And as you can see, the floor is very, very far down there. So he dead. Very much dead. Just basically a pancake on the floor. And also, I have a question for you. What is the easiest way to move villagers in Minecraft? You might have an answer, but it's a trick question. There are no easy ways. Villagers are terrible, and I would not suggest moving them ever. So I'm going to try and use their pathfinding and make them move themselves. So hopefully I can get them to pathfind to like a bed or a workstation over here, and then they'll just kind of fall into the cell. Oh, here we go. Oh, 2 villagers. Nice. Okay, 2 villagers in the cell. Look at that. Pathfinding is a reliable option. Nice. I don't know how we're getting more villagers escaping, but I was pretty sure I only released 4. Cool. So yeah, making them pathfind is actually a viable solution. Let's put down all of these things, and we should have a minimum of 4 guys hop in here. So that guy's gonna walk up the stairs. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. We got 3 villagers. Now, if you, sir, would collect yourself a profession block, there you go. You can go ahead and walk straight into your cell. Isn't this just the easiest thing in the world? I approve of this method. This just works great. All right, so we already got 4 in that one. Now we're going to release another 4, and we'll see how this goes. It might take them a minute to realize that they can actually escape this thing now, but hopefully they'll walk to their workstations? Maybe? It might have to be the right time of day for it to work. And I don't want to trade with you. I want to eat a fish. Jeez. Yeah, so these guys clearly aren't paying attention to me anymore. Well, that's unfortunate. It worked great for these 4, but now we got to get those 4 in there. So I think it only works just during certain times of the day when these guys want to actually go to their workstations and work. So I guess it's kind of like a half success. Oh, there we go. There we go. You got it. That's number 5. Nice. And they're breeding a baby. Fascinating. Oh, there goes 6 and 7 and 8. Nice. Okay. We're looking good now. If you guys could just nudge to the side, that'd be great. Lovely. This is so good. So much easier than anything else in the world. You, sir, need to get in there as well. You're fine. Go for it. Keep going. You got this. Okay, so the 2 cells of 8 villagers are now in place, and then we just got this final cell that needs 4 villagers in it. All the workstations are down, so I think we can just go ahead and finally release all of these guys. Hopefully they'll be nice and just kind of run straight in there and do all of the work for us. That would be really quite ideal. We still got a baby villager over here. This guy takes like 20 minutes to grow up into an adult, which is quite a while, so I guess we'll be waiting on him for a while. But otherwise, this has actually gone extremely smoothly. We've only lost 1 villager. We've only had a few minor shenanigans. Hey, the baby grew up into an adult, and now he's got a job as well. I'm so proud of him. They grow up so quickly. But not really. If you could just go ahead and do the proper path find around the stairs, up over the button, fall in the thing, that would be great. Can you? Maybe? Come on, you can do it. All you gotta do is walk up the stairs. Did you not learn how to do stairs when growing up? Villagers. So I'm coming over here to use the Guardian Farm and repair my tools, and I can tell by the frame rate. Oh, and also I can hear the Guardians when my camera's over here. 3rd person, but not when I'm like this. Anyway, yeah, I can tell by the frames that somebody has left a little Guardians for me. Look at this. I don't even need to go AFK at the farm. Somebody was so kind and considerate to do this for me. Look how nice they are on the server. I love the Truly Bedrock members. Free AFK time, ain't gotta do nothing, just come over here, get all the experience, instantly repair all my things. After a minimal amount of pain and suffering, all of the villagers are actually in their cells, and that went way smoother than I ever could have possibly imagined. Usually this kind of thing takes like hours and hours, but that's actually a great method of getting villagers where you want them to be. Just pathfind. Make them pathfind. And actually, if I remember correctly, that kind of method goes all the way back to Groova Guy, like years and years ago, using pathfinding for his like super prototype iron farms way back in like Bedrock 1.2. At least That's what I remember. I'm sure a bunch of people used it before that. Anyway, we can place down our first bed, and that is going to become the very center of our village. And now that guys have linked to that one, we can start placing down the other beds. We gotta wait for each of these to get the little green particles. They're a little bit hard to see because we got a roof above here, but once you know that they've been linked, then you can place down the next one. That way all the beds get occupied. Turns out that having blocks above them makes it way harder to see those particles and can waste a lot of your time, making you think that they're not linking. So yeah, don't have blocks above the beds, which is a good thing that I included that in the tutorial. By the way, we're building my most recent iron farm, which I released on the channel a couple of weeks ago. If you want to learn how to build this for yourself in your worlds, a link to the tutorial is absolutely everywhere. So technically, we should be putting in the workstations, but I'm kind of skipping a step and putting in some water on the top, and I'm doing this in the professional way by using ice blocks. Hopefully, these will actually melt. It doesn't appear that they are. Well, crap. I guess we can always just break them ourselves, but where's the fun in that? I like seeing them naturally melt. So the real reason I did that first is because I am procrastinating. I really do not want to deal with workstations. Now, the server did just reset, so these guys linking should be a little bit nicer and more convenient. So that guy just linked to that one over there, and basically I just need to go run around 20 different times, putting in these workstations with whoever they linked to. So that guy's gonna link to that one, right? Yeah, cool. Now I get to place down another one, and that one links to somebody over there, and then I break it and break the glass and put it in there. And now we gotta do that again. Wait for those guys to link. Bam, next one goes to this one over here again. No, this one goes to that one over there. It's kind of hard to see. Anyway, you get the point. I got to do this 20 different times. Every single one of our villagers needs to have a workstation, and they all have to be able to work at it. So that is kind of the idea. That was so close. I nearly completely hit him, and then I would have been murdered instantly. But yeah, we got our first golem. So nice. Great. So this thing is actually working. I am excited about that. And nice. Very nice indeed. I got just a couple more of these workstations to get in place. And this right here should be the final workstation, and now our farm is fully ready to go. Sweet. So we should be seeing a second iron golem spawn relatively soon. These things can spawn up to 2 golems at once because we have 20 villagers, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I need to get all of this junk out of here, which isn't actually that much stuff now that I really look at it, but it's still too much for my inventory, and I also got to flood this entire thing. So let me get these things done, and then we need to figure out like a kill chamber. Actually, you know what the best way to solve an inventory problem is? Just get rid of it. Just let it flow. Let it flow. Oh, look at that. We actually do have 2 iron golems. I was wondering. Nice. So, sweet. One of them must have fallen without me seeing it. So great, this thing is fully functional now, and I bet you they're probably going to go ahead and hop off the top of the building, just like I am right now. I keep forgetting that the moon is broken, and I really need to stop forgetting. That's like probably still a pretty major issue. Although it's not directly affecting me, so maybe we'll leave it for now. It's not a big deal. Burn, golems. Burn. Or not. These guys are clearly smarter than I thought. Haha, there we go. 2 with 1 bucket. Maybe they're not that smart after all. It's a sad thing to do, but unfortunately it has to be done. Although, is it really that sad? The entire point of this thing is to farm golems and kill them in lava. So yeah, I guess it's not really that sad, is it? Whatever. So this iron farm has only been running for a couple of minutes, and we already got ourselves 19 iron ingots, and I'm gonna go ahead and AFK here for a little while just so that we can get a whole ton of iron. As you can see, this thing is cranking out the golems, and this is honestly one of my favorite 1.16 features. Iron farms just being 10 times faster is such a game changer on so many different levels. Like, we can actually have easily accessible iron in mass universally. Like, pretty much anyone can build an iron farm nowadays, and it's extremely easy and safe to do. It's not even really that complicated. Universally available iron is like basically the best thing ever. Anyway, I'm gonna go hide inside of this little box for a little while. It's very dark and scary in here, and I'll come back once I'm done eating some dinner, and we'll see how much iron we get. And 1 hour later, I still hear iron golems dying, so I think things are going pretty well. Seems like we have a lot of cats, though. That's like actually kind of a lot of cats. Let's get on some armor. I'm very afraid of dying. Let's see. Is there anything else going on bad out here? We have 1 iron golem. Okay, so clearly some things need to be adjusted around here. However, the real question is, how much iron do we have from 1 hour? Not that much. Okay. So basically, yeah, that iron golem has been killing. He's probably been out here the entire time. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the kill chamber up to the top of the farm. That way there's no way for these guys to fail falling into it. And then we'll just like drop the items down into storage, and then we'll have the storage down here, but the kill chamber up there. I feel like that's probably the best way to go about solving this issue. Otherwise, we're gonna have to have like a giant glass tube going all the way up. After a little bit of fiddling, we have this circuit right here, and the kill chamber moved up underneath of the iron farm. This isn't quite ideal, I don't think, but then again, it's really late and I'm kind of tired, so this is the best redstone that we're gonna get. However, I think it works pretty fine. It should drop all the items down, like straight down, actually. That actually works extremely well, doesn't it? That is way better than other systems I've seen. I like that a lot, actually. Cool. That's what I used in the raid farm, and that's what we're using here now as well. So all we really need to do is put ourselves a chest and then a hopper, and then that'll collect every single drop from the iron farm. It's all just going to get shot down directly into storage. So that actually works really, really well. And hopefully we don't have any more random golems flying around or cats escaping, and all of that stuff is just going to stay up there. This actually gives us a lot more room on the roof as well to do other fun things, such as a bouncy castle, or some slime launchers, or just like literally whatever we want. The sky is ours. We officially have the tallest build, so I believe that gives us full reign to do all of the things. So it might seem like this was a relatively quick build. However, I think this took about 6 or 7 hours just due to villagers being villagers and also Bedrock Edition being Bedrock. And also, I'm just kind of an idiot, so I don't really work quick. So the last major thing that we really need to think about when it comes to this iron farm is how to decorate it. It's officially the tallest thing by like a lot, so we got to make sure that it looks mildly all right. So an idea that was tossed around in several different discords, I believe, was actually turning it into a storm cloud. So decorate it with like a whole bunch of different kinds of glass, like gray, dark gray, black, kind of some whites in there as well, and turn it into a rain cloud that literally just rains down iron on you. It doesn't sound like that bad of a cloud, actually. Can I get one of these? But if you got any additional ideas for how we should decorate this thing, please do let me know in the comment section down below. I know building and decoration isn't really like our thing on the channel, and it never has any appeal, apparently, in videos, but it's still a thing that we need to do. So if you got any ideas, let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. You have far better ideas than I ever do. And honestly, I just love hearing from you in general. Don't worry. I know. It was off center. I fixed it. This side's completely useless. It's literally just there for symmetry. So I'm going to go ahead and AFK overnight at this iron farm, and then we'll get all of the iron in the world. It might potentially break, in which case I'll have to fix it, but that'll be fine. It'll be fun. Once we have a ton of iron, we can actually reinvest that into other farms in our farming tower of doom, and then we can build those up in the next couple of episodes. I'm actually really looking forward to filling in the entirety of this tower. Right now, we really only have the top, which is the iron farm, and the very bottom, which is the slime farm, filled in, and we need to fill in all of these floors in between them. We actually have plans for what goes on, like basically all of these. We just need to get to building everything. So I hope that you guys are looking forward to the future episodes and that you have enjoyed this episode as well. If you have enjoyed today's video, then of course make sure to leave a like, as it really does help out the video and the channel a ton. If you are new here and you'd like to see more episodes like this in the future, then consider subscribing so you don't miss any. And otherwise, I will see you all down in the comment section and in the next one. Thank you ever so much for watching. And then there was silence.